When the beat drop, I'ma give it straight to him like, give it to him, 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 give it to him. Now slide to the beat like, give it to him, give it to him, give it to him, give it to him.
Hey guys, you back with the real bitch. If you're new here, go subscribe. Come on, man. Stop giving all these fake people flipping follows just because they just chatting shit to you. Fuck with a real bitch, you know. And if you fuck with me from the beginning, you already subscribe, you know I fuck with you. And you need to go like. It's down there somewhere. Like, I think maybe there or there, one of the two. But go like, bitch. And you need to go follow me on social media, like right here. Yes, so today I'm going to be doing a video about basically my pregnancy. This will be a couple parts, so this will be part one. Because I had a lot going on. I always get girls messaging me about pregnancy and blah blah blah, and obviously mental health about pregnancy, and obviously I had to be in a mother and baby unit as well. I had to do an assessment. I was in care, so I had like loads of things that have gone on during my pregnancy. So I thought I'll do that part one about my pregnancies. Part two, you're going to have to see, might be the mental health version. It might be my experience in a assessment unit, a mother baby unit. I don't know yet. I'm gonna just go with the flow. You lot tell me what you want to see next in the comments. It could be how I dealt with my postnatal depression, you know, or the mother and baby unit. So tell me what you want to see. The first bit I'm gonna just talk about is my first pregnancy, which is my eldest, my baby. She is now nearly 7. She's 7. Well, she's not nearly 7, but she's 7 in April. I'm going to talk about that first, because I was young. I was 17 when I got pregnant, and I gave birth when I was 18. My pregnancy itself, it was alright, you know what I mean? I didn't really have much complications. I didn't have much problems and things like that. I didn't really have, you know, anything I can genuinely say, oh, my days, until the end. Yeah, so, well, we'll get to that soon. Yeah. So when I was pregnant, let's start off with how I found out I was pregnant. That's a good start, right? So how I found out I was pregnant, I went out with my friend. I was in a semi-independence because obviously I was in care. So they put me in semi-independence. I was 17 at the time. It was all boys in there, and it's weird because the place I was staying in for my semi-independence is the same place, like the same people that did my mother and baby unit and my assessment, which was kind of beneficial for me as well. I didn't find out until I was in the mother and baby unit that this company, I have been in their care homes as well. So I think I was in every house that they have except from 2, and because one, it was an all boys one, and then the other one was something else. But I had been in every single one of their houses. That's how much you get moved about when you're in care. I've literally lived near enough every part of flipping London and England, do you know what I mean? So yeah, let's not even talk about that. That's another story for another day, but we're going to talk about my pregnancy. Let's go. So yeah, I found out I was in semi-independence, and I went out with my friend. And when you're young, like, I didn't vomit when I was like, I never got hangovers. So for me to drink and then the next day be sober and then vomit, that was not normal for me. Like, I never did that. I would only vomit if like I was literally drunk in that point in time. Like, to me, it just didn't make sense. I was like, hold on, I'm eating my Big Mac, like, because I was hanging. And I ate my Big Mac, and then I was just like, bro, because I was with my friend, I was like, bro, I'm about to be sick. And he was like, what? And I was like, I'm going to be sick, I'm going to be sick. And I ran to the toilet and I threw up my whole thing. I took like 2 bites of the Big Mac. 2 bites. And then automatically something just came in my head and said, you're pregnant. But prior to that, my baby father had kept saying it to me. He was like, there's something about you that just seems different. And I used to be like, what's the be like? I think you're pregnant. And I'm like, listen. I'm on the pill. Don't come round here with that buffoonery. Because we don't need none of that round here. come like you wished it on me. That was, I really believe this was his plan. Yeah, you wanted to get me pregnant. So you see how guys like, oh, she trapped me. No, they do the trapping. Guys do the trapping. Yeah, guys, listen, both my children's dad told me they trapped me. How about that? Both of them. They both said, looked me in my pretty blue eyes. They looked me in my pretty blue eyes and said, I got you pregnant on purpose. Don't tell me girls be trapped. Okay, they do. No, girls are crazy, but no, but man, them do it too, so stop trying it, yeah? There's some whores in this house. There's some whores in this house. Yeah, that's what happens when you got that wow. Yeah, so anyways, my raving father kept saying, so anyways, after that, after I threw up, I was like, let me go get a pregnancy test. Went to the pharmacy and I bought a pregnancy test. And it came in like 2. Now with pregnancy tests, yeah, normally if you see the first line come up, right, there's 2 lines, yeah, normally the second one is solid anyway. It doesn't matter, the second one always appears. If you get no other line and just the second line, it means you're not pregnant, innit? But this time I must have been, I was a decent amount far gone, so it's going past and the first line showing up straight away. I'm sitting, so it's not even giving it, you know, normally it says give it a minute. No, mine's straight, strong, pink. It's all 2 lines automatically, boom. Didn't even have to wait. I was sitting there, you know, like I'm looking at it like maybe it's like fucked up. Like, there's 2 lines in front of my face. I'm sitting there like, no. Through that, got another one. Pissing up on the ting now, pissing up on the ting. Again, I felt like it was even stronger than line this time because I was sitting there going, oh, I went, let's think, we can call him his real name. I was like, Tony! He said, don't say that, babe. I was like, no, I'm gonna have to, because a bitch is really pregnant. This is what happens when you got good ass pussy, mate. I'm telling you, it was when I read it from the back, I'm telling you. But then, boom, we moved in it. So now I'm sitting there like, bitch, this can get me my house. Like, bitch, this can get me out of this house. Like, where all these nasty boys I was living with pissing up on the seat and that. Anyways, I'm sitting there going, but how am I going to tell my mum? My mum had me at 15, gave birth at 16. Like, you know, like I'm sitting there like my mum's about to cuss out my clock. But then I was thinking about it is what it is. So I called them. My mum was pissed still. My mum was vexed. She told me never to chat to her again. I swear down, she hung up the phone and said, don't chat to me again. But once she got her head around it, she was, I can't lie, I'll give credit where credit's due. She was the rock in my flipping pregnancy. Like, you know, like my mum's one of them people, yeah? You can give her £30, bruv. She'll come back with bare things. You see one of them things? You don't ask my mum no question. You just don't ask her no questions, especially just don't know, yeah? But you see my mum, I don't know how she does it. She'll be like, oh, just give me £40. Not even no shitty nappy, you know. Big blood clot pamper she would pull up with. Big pamper, yeah? Big things, yeah? Big 4 packets, and then I've got a stack of wipes like this. Listen, I remember because I obviously had a social worker for my child because I was in care, innit? So they used, I don't know if they still do it, but they used to do this thing where if you're in care, your child automatically gets a social worker. So, boom. The social worker would come like, you are prepared for this baby. I can't lie, my mum got me everything. She'll just tell me, oh, give me this, like, give me this. She got me value for my money, you understand? So, and like, she'll pick up things for my baby. She was sitting there going, you're gonna have a girl, you're gonna have it. She started buying pink bottles before I knew what I was having. Anyways, at first she was pissed, you understand? But I would always say, tell your parents, man. I know some parents are not easy to talk to, but what's the worst they can do? You understand? I'll disown you, but then they don't care about you as much as they say, innit? That one thing about how I was raised, how I was brought up, you never leave your blood. You understand? You don't leave your blood. You understand? So if they turn around and leave you, that's the best thing for you because your child don't even need them in your life. Like your mother's love is meant to be unconditional. So therefore, if I have a child and you then don't fuck with me no more, that means your love has conditions. I don't want it. Keep it. You understand? Whether you're this is another thing that people need to understand. Whether it's your mother, your dad, your sister, your auntie, your best friend, anyone. Toxic is toxic, you understand? Wicked is wicked. Yeah, heartless is heartless. You don't need to tolerate anything just because of a title. Yeah, this is what some people need to understand. I don't care if you're my mum. I don't care if you're my dad. If you do something that I feel like, raw, hold up a minute, I'm going to cut you off. You understand? I do not care. Like, look me in my pretty eyes. I don't care. Like, ask about me. I cut people off for fun. Snip, snip, bitch. Snip, snip. Don't play with me. I burn bridges and I stand on the bridge so you lot know I'm fucking crazy. Please. I'll burn the bridge while I'll burn your bridge while standing on it. I'm crazy, bitch. Don't play with me. Anyways. Anyway, look at me. I'm getting mad. No, my mum she was a fucking godsend during my pregnancy still. Even though she was vexed at me at first. Once she got her head around it, she was calm. She was calm. Like, my mum was a young mum too. My dad, till this day, I'll sit there and say it. I don't say it. He loves my daughters to the fucking max. I'll sit there and tell you that anything my children need or want, he does it. You understand? He gets it. But I know, you understand, I'm very good at reading people. I know that this hurts my dad. Not hurts him, but he would have rathered me have my daughter older, whilst I was older, whilst I'm in a better situation. You know what I mean? This is not the life he wanted for me. So even like, you see my mum, alright, there's a difference in how they both act. See my mum, yeah, when she's out, yeah, look at my grand Pitney, look at my grand Pitney, look at my grand Pitney. She all listen, she show my children, she get free drink in the bar. I have to tell her, stop using my kid to get free liquor, yeah? Bright, yeah, bright she is. But my dad now, he acts like, how can I explain it? Like, he doesn't want people to know. Which I kind of expected. My dad is one of them people that he does care what people think about him. And my sister's the same. This is why me and my sister just get, like, we never clash, but I'm just like, oh, my sister's one of them people, yeah? She just cares about what people think. My sister won't even get changed in front of me. You understand? My sister don't like to get changed in front of me. And I look at her like, babe, you know, some of my things are more haggier and saggier than yours. You understand? My thing have stretch mark and all these things. Yeah? Anything you've got, I've got double the time. So why you... I don't... Maybe, I don't know, she's a lesbian, but you know... My sister lesbian and that, I don't know, maybe... I don't know. Love her and that. Love her to pieces, my fucking G. But, you know, that's just how... that's just how I feel personally. I feel like my dad... It's not like he's ashamed or anything. He just doesn't like people knowing. He don't like to explain himself to people, and it's not one of the best decisions that he feels that I've made for myself. But that's part of life. I don't expect people to, you know what I mean? Like, but it's not like he does. Like, I can't explain it. It's so hard to put into words because he does. He genuinely loves my children. You understand? He loves my children. Like my children. It's not like my children called him granddad and then he's like shh. Like, it's not like that. But if someone asks him, he's not going out of his way to tell people that he's got grandchildren. You understand? And that's where it's different between my mum and him. Anyways, but they both do a lot for my children, and I appreciate them so much. Especially my dad. My dad does do a lot. Like, do you know what I mean? My mum does a lot too. So that was how I told them. That's how they, you know. Then the next bit was... I had, like, obviously during pregnancies you have a lot of tests. You have to do a glucose test, is where you don't eat for I think 24 hours, and you come in and you take a sip of Lucozade and they check your blood sugars, because some women can only get diabetes whilst they're pregnant. And that is a fact. Some women, my sister has diabetes, my granddad had diabetes, my cousin has diabetes, so I had to get tested for diabetes. But as well, I had low iron, so I was getting spinning spells. I was sick throughout my whole entire pregnancy, which was another reason why they thought I could be diabetic whilst pregnant. But once you have the baby, the diabetes completely go. You can go back to normal. You don't need insulin. It's crazy. You have a test for Down syndrome, where I think they'll tell you, like, if it's a high risk of your child having Down syndrome, it's something like 1 out of a 200 or something like that. And mine was something like 1 out of a couple thousand, or like 1,000 and something. And so I wasn't worried. You know what I mean? It takes a little while to come back. You get like this orange folder with all your maternity notes in it. Make sure you put the dad in there, and you always take it with you, because if anything happens, your birth plan's in there, everything, your details, everything, you cannot lose that. But don't leave anything in there when you give birth, because listen, I left my fucking scan pictures in there, and I have never been able to get them back, and I'm so upset. I left my eldest Soraya, scan pictures in there, and I can't get them back. Like I'm fucking heartbroken. You understand? So don't leave things that, because I had my scan and just put it in there, and I thought I was gonna get this folder back. Obviously I was young, didn't know. No, they took the folder. So they take the folder, they give you a red book. Anyways, on April Fool's, my daughter was born on April the 2nd. On April Fool's, this was the second day I hadn't felt my child moving. So I think it was from Mother's Day, because at that time, Mother's Day was on the 30th of May, I think. Wait. March, not May, March. Yeah, March. 30th of March or something like that, right? And I hadn't felt her move, so I went to the hospital on April the 1st, and they do this thing where they just like they do that kind of softly with the scanny thing. So they put the heart monitor on my belly first, right? Sorry, let me get no. They put the heart monitor on my belly first. They said, yeah, the heart rate's dropping, blah blah blah. Let's get you in for an emergency scan. So they've done the scan. They're doing that on my belly, like to wake her up, and she's not moving. They said, look, if you have the baby today, she's gonna be premature. So what we're going to do is, if you have her tomorrow, she's going to be classed as not premature, but we're going to give you steroids to mature her lungs. So they gave me steroids. I couldn't eat because you're not allowed to eat whilst they're operating. I was on a drip. I was fucking starving. And they put me in the next morning. I had my baby at 11:29 on the 2nd of April. I remember I messaged my mum and I said, Mum, I'm having a baby. And she said, Ash, if this is a sick joke, I'm going to punch you in your face. I said, Mum, no cap, because obviously it's April Fool's. I didn't say no cap, but I said, Mum, no joke. Like, I'm having the baby tomorrow. Please be here. Can't lie, my mum pulled up 7 o'clock in the, 6 o'clock in the morning, I think it was. She was there. You understand? I was bawling. Like, I had to have a spinal, which is like an epidural, but the needle doesn't stay in your back. So I had a spinal, which has fucked up my back completely. I was worried because obviously there's not much I can do with my daughter in there. So I just know that my daughter's not moving and there's not shit I can do. So I was kind of worried. I was hoping she was okay. Cut me open. My baby was born at 11:29. My mum was there. Fucking, if you have a caesarean, because that's what I had, you're only allowed, I think, 1 person in the room with you. Whilst you're having the spinal, they don't let you. But I was in too much of a panic attack, so they had to let my mum in. I was hyperventilating and all sorts. I can't take needles. You understand? Don't ask me why I had a U, because it is what it is. But I was hyperventilating. They let my mum in. They try and keep you as calm as possible. Do you understand? And I had my daughter at Whipps Cross. Now, they say that's quite a bad hospital. I did have little hiccups here and there. But you know what? Some of the staff are fucking amazing. You understand? Amazing. Some of them, they're just job worth, but you get that in anywhere, you understand? So, had my daughter, she was here. The healing process of a caesarean, listen, that's pain. You don't know what pain is until you, remember, it's like someone stabbing you and slicing it across your belly. My whole belly was bruised. I couldn't laugh. I had trapped wind. I couldn't fart. I couldn't shit. You have to shit before you flipping leave the hospital after, because you cannot shit. Like, I didn't shit for about 3 days. I did not shit. Whipps Cross, I had to buy a room. They don't do it no more because they put you on a ward. I had to pay for a room because I was like dead. I'm not going on no ward. So I paid £60 a night for me to have my own room, have my own bathroom. And my daughter was put into ICU because she, obviously the complications. Yeah. Everything ran quite smoothly. Because of my daughter being on a she was on a child protection plan at the time. Because of obviously being with my daughter's dad. My daughter's dad's older than me. My daughter's dad was 23 at the time. I was 18. So, you know, we had our little hiccups and stuff like that. So, and I was in care, you understand? So I was on child protection plan for my daughter. I had to leave with a child protection meeting kind of thing. And basically, I did what I had to do, and you know what I mean? I did what I had to do. I knew I was a good mum, so I didn't have to question it. Then they said to me, you're going to have to be in a mother and baby unit. But go to your mum's first. We're looking for one. They couldn't find one that was good enough, they felt, to assess me. So did that. I went to my mum's. Within 2 weeks they put me in a mother and baby unit. Now we're going to talk about that on another time. I'm going to do that for the next one, so the mother and baby unit. But my second pregnancy now, I vomited throughout the whole pregnancy, man. The whole pregnancy. It was horrible. I would vomit to the point that I'd get these red spots in my face. I had cravings. Yeah, my cravings was, for both of them, cold fruit. And they would change as well. It would be cold fruit, and then it would be like ready salted crisp. It would always change, you understand? My second pregnancy was very different to my first pregnancy. I swelled up like a balloon. They thought I had preeclampsia. It's when you have to have your child, I think, a bit earlier, and the placenta, which feeds the baby, starts shutting down, which means if the baby can't eat, if the placenta starts shutting down, it means the baby can't eat. So it's quite you literally swell like a balloon. Kim Kardashian had it. That's why she always looks quite big when she had preeclampsia. So, and that's what, you can die from it. You can actually die from it. It's very life-threatening. So I had to have loads of tests. I had to come in a lot more regular. She was due on the 8th. We had her on the 10th. Caesarean, planned caesarean. I want to say, if you have a caesarean, it's very organised. You understand? It's very organised. But they do it by your last name as well. So if your last name's R, like me, you're one of the last to be seen. You understand? If your last name's A, you're first person to be seen. But I would always tell people, make sure through your pregnancies, have your folic acid, get your anti-sickness tablets, and polo mints. You see, polo mints helped my morning sickness. Polo mints helped, and the anti-sickness tablets, they really did help. Folic acid, you always take that throughout the 3 months. I took the breast, is it called breastfeeding? Is that what they call? No, Pregnacare. Is it Pregnacare? Because I took the breastfeeding vitamins and I took the pregnancy vitamins during my pregnancy. If you take the Pregnacare, you don't also need to take the folic acid. It also has folic acid in it. Yeah, that was it. Really, just always eat healthy. Make sure you still exercise. Don't heavy lift. And do you know what? Enjoy your pregnancy. My second pregnancy, I never put it on social media, because the first one I had girls watch my stuff, wish death on my child. I had like girls coming out of nowhere saying, I hope your kid comes out disabled. Like, I had some really horrible people like just say some real horrible shit about my unborn child. And you know what? I pray to the Lord they can never have kids, because if you can ever speak on a child like that, you never deserve to have children. You understand? So my second pregnancy, no one knew. I popped out with a whole baby. They was like, fuck. Like, when I had my first daughter, I disappeared off social media. No one, that's why everyone's a bit baffled right now. They're like, rah, this girl's come out of nowhere. Nah, I've been here. You understand? I just disappeared for about 4 years. And everyone was like, you weren't on socials and da-da-da-da-da. Nah, I was focusing on my child. I had my child and I disappeared, literally. And that's what you do as a mum. I don't care if the people want to judge. I had girls telling me, but you're meant to be my friend. And I felt like with so many people. Do you understand? Oh, but you're meant to be my friend. Da, da, da. Later, I ain't got time for you. Yeah, it's me and my ute. You understand? So I did that. My ute's a big girl. I've had my another daughter. I'm here. I hid my pregnancy. Not that I hid it. Who needed to know? Knew. Me and whoever needed to know. You understand? People on social media didn't know. And I popped out with a whole baby. They was like, raw. People was so shocked. They was like, this girl hid her pregnancy. Yeah. No one knew, because, and it was the best thing I did. The best thing I ever did. The best thing I ever did. Yeah, no one didn't give me no bad vibes. I got to enjoy my pregnancy with my baby father. Like, you know, I will always say as well, yeah, oil up your belly. Oil up your belly. Oil it up. Palmer's pregnancy oil and Palmer's pregnancy cream. Best thing in the game. Twice a day. When you shower before you go to bed. Always before you go to bed, because obviously you sleep for about 7 to 8 hours, 9 hours. So that's a good time for it to go in. Make him rub up your belly. Listen, he got you pregnant, tell you, rub up my belly, rude boy. Yeah? Stretch mark where? Not round here. Yeah, you can hardly see my stretch marks. Might have a little coochie hoodie. Yeah? Little kangaroo pouch. But that soon go when I get my surgery. Yeah? My little liposuction. No, I ain't having no implants, don't worry. Get a little called liposuction and go about my business. Yeah? They don't want me to get liposuction, because everyone will have to hide their man. Yeah? I mean, I want them anyway. Me not up, man. So take your eye off of me. You know, like that. But yeah, that was, yeah, make sure you oil up your belly. The Palmer's thing, the Palmer's oil and the Palmer's cream after you shower in the morning and before you go to bed. I promise you it's a godsend. Oil up your belly. Oil it, oil it, oil it. Yeah, that's it. Your boob, my boobs started leaking, yeah, like from when I was like 5 months pregnant. Like, sorry to be explicit, but like when I was having sex whilst being pregnant, my baby father would be sucking my breast and milk will actually come out. He'd be like, he'd be like, that's a bit salty. I'm like, and my boobs got huge. My nipples went dark. They was like brown. They was literally brown, like black. I had black nipples. Like, my boobs were dark, but they looked so good as well. And let me tell you from now, when you give birth, your titties hurt. They go like brick. Yeah, one day you just wake up and your titties are solid. You're like, oh, the pain. I'm sure it's the equivalent to blue balls. Do you understand? I'm telling you, the midwife saw me. She was like, I feel sorry for you. Is it midwife that comes or is it the health visitor? One of the two. She was like, I feel so sorry for you. I was like, babe, sorry, my belly's all bruised from the caesarean, my titty is leaking, and my daughter sits on my breast for an hour and a half, and then I got to top her up with hungrier baby milk. No, please, because I don't need you to feel sorry for me. I need you to take this pain away. Please, sis. But yeah, so that was basically my pregnancies and stuff like that. I think I covered everything. I think I've spoke about everything. I've been sitting here for a while talking, so I'm going to round up this video. Yeah, so tell me what you want to see next time. If I've missed anything or any questions, put it in the comments. Yeah, let me know what you want to see. If you want to see about how to deal with I will talk about both of them, but which one do you want next? Do you want how I dealt with my postnatal depression, my mental health, or do you want mother and baby unit? Let me tell you, certain mother and baby units are like gel. Listen, I would have rather gone to jail. I can't lie still. I would have rather gone to jail. But we'll talk about that. Let me know what you want to see. Yeah, I think I covered everything. So thank you for watching. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And follow me on social media. Because if you don't follow me, what's the point of watching this? Because you ain't following the journey. You understand? But yeah, guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate y'all. Yeah.